We have with us K. Subramaniam and Amar Singh both joining in to talk to us about their strategies. Right. Amar, what about you? What are you working with? Could this week see the markets, doing another clean breakout or marginal highs is probably best case scenario. And therefore, what would be your trading call in the Nifty? Would you avoid it? Would you consider going long? Would you even consider going short?
Yeah, this week is something very important in terms of some events that are to unfold. The first is the U.S. Federal Reserve meet. So the 1st September, the 1st November when they come out with their statement. So that's going to have an impact on the markets. And also if you look at the U.S. markets also the data has been extremely strong, and we have Apple results this week. So that also is going to set the trend for the U.S. markets, which is going to have an impact on our markets. Coming to Nifty, what we are seeing technically on Nifty continues to remain strong and firm. There's no doubt about it. But at the same time, what we are seeing is some profit booking has come in because the rally that we witnessed last year was spectacular. Nifty has gained almost 1.74% last week. So there could be some profit booking, but yes, any dip towards 10,250, 270, that can be used as a buying opportunity with a stop loss below 10,200, and again targeting 10,350, 360 on the upside. Because as long as the Nifty does not consistently trade below 10,200, I would say that the trend definitely remains positive. And we've been advising our clients to trade from the long side. But yes, as Nifty and the markets are trading at record levels, so we are likely to witness volatility, and these events and the earnings also we have of Tata Steel, HDFC and other heavyweights. So that's also going to have an impact on the markets.
Right. Amar, what about you? What are your recommendations? Any trades that you'll be recommending for our viewers?
Yeah, the first one is from the Pharma pack, and that is Glenmark Pharma. What we've seen in Glenmark Pharma is that the stock is in a consolidation, and it definitely seems to have formed a bottom, and so it can be a buy in the range of 603, 605 with a stop loss of 588 and a target of 634. The next stock to look at is Mahindra and Mahindra. What we are seeing in Mahindra and Mahindra that this stock has bounced back from almost 1260, 1270 levels, and it is currently around 1380. So any pullback towards 1370, 1375 can be used as a buying opportunity with a stop loss of 1348 and a target of 1424. Because the stock has now become strong on the weekly charts as well, and it has formed a strong support. And the third stock is from the tire pack. Apollo Tyres looks good because the stock has definitely formed a bottom, and it is the downside seems to be limited. So it can be a buy in the range of 240 to 242 with a stop loss of 236 and a target of 254.
Right, thanks for that. So those are a bunch of stocks one can watch out for in today's day of trade, which Amar and Subramaniam are currently recommending. I think Jet Airways is having a field day this morning. I think it's up 6% at the day's highest point in terms of trade right now. I'm not sure what's going on, but the volumes are very healthy and the stock is up 5.5% in terms of trade. Jet Airways and Ramakrishna Forgings, those are your two big movers in the mid-cap space. Amar, what is happening on Jet Airways? 6% now on the stock. It's at the day's high. Volumes are healthy. On the charts, how is Jet Airways looking?
Yeah, overall, looking at Jet Airways, what we are seeing in Jet Airways that Jet Airways has been consolidating for a few weeks, and then it had a breakout above 500 level. And technically speaking, it's strong on the daily charts, and even on the long-term charts, it's strong. And what has helped it is that on the intermediate-term trend, it was in the oversold territory. So where a lot of buying happened, and it continues to remain strong. But yes, on the upside, it's going to meet with immediate resistance somewhere around 565, 570 levels, because that's the earlier consolidation zone. If that level is taken out, then it's headed higher towards 590 and 600 levels. But I would say that 565, 570 is a level to watch out on the upside for profit.
Amar, what would you do with Maruti right now? There are a few brokerage upgrades. Numbers were fantastic. The street seems pleased. Most of the big ones have re-rated the counter, and it's trading with a 1.5% gain this morning. At 8250, is Maruti a buy at current levels for a quick buck?
I would say as far as Maruti is concerned, it has really taken off from almost 7,700 levels to currently trade around 8240, 8250. But I would suggest that since it has already moved up, one should really wait for an opportunity, because buying around 8100, 8120 to 8100 to 8150, that's a better level, because technically the stop has to be somewhere in the region of 8040, 45. So the current levels don't justify the risk reward ratio. And also on the weekly charts, the stock is still will meet with resistance on the upside towards 8,300 and 8,320. So I would say that this is not a level to buy. One should wait for some meaningful correction.
Amar, what is a call, a trading call on V-Guard? We saw open interest addition of nearly 65% in terms of Friday's trade. At the current market price, which is 217, can one buy the stock today, right now?
Yeah, looking at V-Guard, what we are seeing technically on the charts, that this stock has taken out its multi-month highs, and last week also was a very strong week, and technically it's I would say very strong across all time frames. So clearly any pullback should be used as a buying opportunity. The level to buy would be around 212 to 213 with a stop loss of 209 and a target of 220 towards.
Amar, very lastly, anything that you've spotted in the last half an hour or so on market opening that is looking or would make a good trade today?
Yeah, I would say that one can look at Apollo Tyres, which I had spoken, because that is a stock which has some good opportunity. So that can be a buy in the range of 240 to 242 with a stop loss of 236 and a target of 254.
Right, that's the call coming in Apollo Tyres. Well, we're completely out of time, so we will wrap up this conversation. Amar, Subramaniam and Umesh, thanks for joining in on the show. The markets are holding up, and I guess that is some relief coming in for the street. Another breakout on the cards, who's to tell, could be likely today's day trade, especially after a day of consolidation that was spent on Friday. The broader markets are looking much better. Bank Nifty as well as participating, and you've got a whole bunch of stocks that are reacting to earnings that are actually trading with the positive bias. We'll take a break. We'll talk to the management of IFC, who's right up after this break to talk to us about how the quarter has been and, of course, what lies ahead as we look ahead into quarter 3.